What is up, guys? Lonehawk here today, and welcome back to Overwatch. In today's video, well, I have some good news, or at least good news to me, and that is I've hit Master. Finally, after all this time, the whole of Season 2 I've been trying to get Master, and I have done it. And today's video is going to be sharing my entire experience with you. What worked for me, what didn't work for me, everything from A to Z, how I started Season 2, and basically how I finished it, because I'm probably done playing on my main account for the rest of the season. At the beginning of Season 2, I wasn't too happy with my Season 1 results. I was only ranked 60 Season 1, which was above average, but I wasn't very happy with it, to be honest, because I didn't play a lot. Season 1, I think I only played 25 ranked games. 25. That is it. That is not a lot. I've played so many more this season, maybe 200? I'm not even sure. Maybe more. I've played a lot more this season than I have last season, and it was just because of my time. I was doing an internship over the summer, which was 40 hours a week plus 2-hour commutes, sometimes both ways. And I had a YouTube channel that you guys were liking my videos, so I couldn't stop making them, so I honestly had to spend my time in quick play because I knew I could get better gameplay there than I could in competitive. So that's just what I had to do. So this led me to be pretty disappointed at the beginning of Season 2. And my original mindset when going into Season 2 was just play the role that your team needs. I was the fill player. I just tried to fill, and I always tried to fill with a hero that I deemed OP, whoever was meta at the time. So when I got filled to support, which was most of the time, I was really trying to play Zenyatta because Zenyatta had his Orbs of Destruction dealing 50% extra damage at the time, and more often than not Lucio as well, because he was super powerful then, and he still is actually super powerful, but he was even more busted then. And then when I got some other roles, I played very safe picks like Reaper, who I was always very confident with, a little bit of McCree, not too much though, because that was more of a skill choice. And then when I was on the tank position, I believe I played a lot of Roadhog, because Reaper and Roadhog were two safe picks in my opinion, two heroes I know you can play very safely and not really be a detriment to your team doing. So that was my original mindset. Play either very good heroes in the meta or play safe heroes that you know you really can't mess up on. Like, you can mess up as Reaper, you can mess up as Roadhog, but it's much harder to mess up on them than it is on someone like Genji or McCree. They are more skill heavy. So that was my beginning, what I did. And it didn't work, honestly. It didn't work. And I'm not going to say it doesn't work for everyone, but it didn't work for me. That is just what I felt. It didn't work for me at all. Now, I'm not going to say it's a bad strategy because I know it works for a lot of people. It just didn't work for me in Platinum. And I was stuck in Platinum for so long. And looking back, honestly, the biggest problem I had was I was bad. I was just bad at Overwatch, because now I have a Smurf account which is high diamond. And that's not a bragging thing, that's not an ego thing, that's just me saying I'm much better than I used to be, to the point where I have a Smurf account that is a higher rank than I was at the beginning of the season on my main account. That shows how far I've come in this time. And my takeaway from that is over time you will get better if you keep playing, so don't worry about it now. Just look for the future, keep playing and keep trying. Don't get discouraged by what you're doing now, because you can make it, you can get better, and you will get better. But back to my journey to Masters. So I was stuck in Platinum for a while. Let's go back to that. How did I try to combat this and get out of Platinum? Well, I picked up a team. You'll probably remember if you were here long enough, I was doing a lot of tryouts for a very long time, and I was making people fill out applications to play with me and play on a team. And well, I found one. The first one I found, actually, though, was not a good team, and I had to leave it. So the first team I found, let's talk about why that didn't work. First of all, I never even could escape Diamond with that team. We were stuck in Platinum forever, and the highest guys on the team were low Diamond. Now, rating doesn't matter. That's not the point of this story. The point of this story was, well, the team didn't work out. And why didn't it work out? Well, for one, the team wasn't mine. I actually wanted to organize and be a leader of a team, and these guys already had a plan in their minds. These were actually, I think, 5 or 6 guys that have been playing forever, that know each other in real life, that they kind of picked up me. I didn't really pick up them. And these guys had some pretty good synergy with each other, I'd say, kind of, but they had no synergy with me whatsoever. They didn't value my opinion. When I say something in game, like, we need to fall back, when I try to give strategic advice, they just disregard it. And this wasn't a team I wanted to be part of, because I felt I knew the game pretty well. I've always known the game pretty well. It's just that only recently I've been putting that into play and into action. So this first team I had, they just played like solo queue players, didn't care about strategy, and I definitely couldn't rank up with them because they had no ambition to become anything better. So I redid it. I redid tryouts, picked up some new players, And actually, those players I picked up months ago are the players I still play with. And I promise, everything I say in this video is going to have something that should help you. So if it feels like I'm just going off on a story tangent, trust me, this is going to relate back to you somehow. So anyway, back to this team. I still play with them. They're still great guys, and it's not really my team anymore. It's our team. We are a group of guys who all play together on a communal team. It may have the name of Hawk Squad. It may not even. I don't care. It's our team, not my team, and I think that's the most important thing. I think having a team, for one, is probably the best way to rank up. If you guys can consistently play with each other, if you all have a lot of time and you all are willing to put in the effort, a six-man team, I think, is the best way to go. However, that's not for everyone. Not everyone has that much time, so not everyone does. But anyway, if you're going to pick a team, though, and you want to rank up with them, I'd say the most important thing is asking yourself, later down the road, will I be able to say that this is our team? Will we all be able to agree that this is a team we share? Or is it going to have a big power struggle? Is everyone going to say it's their team? Is everyone going to want to be the leader? Because if you can't see yourself saying this is our team in the long run, you should just back out now, because it's not going to work. And that first experience I had taught me that very well. But anyway, how does this relate to Overwatch? Well, I'd say teams are great. You definitely want to find a team to play with. If not formally, as a six-man team every time you're unranked, find a group of people you play with frequently. You need a group of people to rank up in Overwatch. I'm 100% convinced of it. You cannot do this by yourself. Solo queuing is hard. Lots of people do it. Some people do it. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how many, but you know how much easier it becomes if you have at least a few people on your friends list that you trust, that you can invite when you're looking to duo with someone. Because if you duo queue with someone, you know, that's one less person on the team you have to worry about being total garbage. It doubles your chances of it basically doubles the amount of people you have control over in a game because you're both together. So I think what you should definitely be trying to do, if you're looking to rank up in the long term, make some friends along the way. People that are nice in game. They don't even have to necessarily be the best in game. I wouldn't go with like mean jerks. If they're nice in game and they're around your skill level, add them. If they're in my comment section, add them. If they're in the Discord server, add them. Because in the end, I think to rank up, you need a big group of Overwatch friends that are all around your rank that you can queue with and you can be friends with and you can talk with, bounce ideas off of, discuss the meta with. Basically, the more you talk about Overwatch, the more you incorporate Overwatch into your life, the better you will become at it. Just naturally. That is how it's going to work. That is what I've learned from having a team. Even though we don't play together anymore, okay, we do play together. We never play as a six-man team anymore, but we're always playing together. Honestly, we play together multiple times per week. Never as a six-man team because our schedules don't allow for it, but we always play together, and we're all on my Discord server. We're all bouncing ideas off each other, discussing the meta, talking about Overwatch. And that alone, I think, has helped me more than anything else in the game, is just having people to talk to about Overwatch, because that's going to generate discussion and ideas and make you a better player in the long run. Anyway, so this was supposed to be a story about how I was hitting Master, right? So this is all taking place before I was even Diamond, basically. This all started around before I hit Diamond, and now it's evolved into what it is now, the network of friends that I have. But this is something you should start right now, no matter what rank you're at. If you're looking to improve that rank, just start it now if you haven't already. But anyway, I eventually hit Diamond. Nothing crazy. There's no crazy way to hit Diamond. I just play. You just gotta play. And if you play, you'll hit a higher rank. And eventually, I made my Smurf account, and I got to Diamond on that too, just by playing. I wasn't actually focusing on my rank at all. I was focusing on improving at the game. And that's another thing I learned. Back when I was in Plat, I only focused on improving my rank. That's it. I had no other ambition other than improving my rank. And now, I'm looking back, that's stupid. You don't want to improve your rank. You want to improve your skill, improve how you play Overwatch. And your rank will come naturally. There are no gimmicks to ranking up. You have to play better than your rank to rank up. And to do that, you got to get better at the game. So focus on getting better, and the ranking up will happen naturally. Don't focus on ranking up directly, because you might not get better. That's another thing I learned. But anyway, so I hit Diamond, right? And started at low Diamond for a long time. And it's actually interesting. I would consider my climb to Masters definitely more like a staircase than a slide. And by that, I mean I went up by increments. I started at 2,800 and I hovered around there for a while. Jumped up to 3K, really low Diamond, stayed there for a while. Jumped up to 3,200, stayed there for a while. Jumped up to like 3,350, 3,400, high Diamond, stayed there for a while. And then I jumped up to Master. It was big steps. It wasn't a smooth climb. And I'm not actually sure what this correlates to, but I'm telling you in case you have some idea, because I really don't want to leave anything out. If this can help you in any way, and I hope it does, please use it. But I'm just throwing it out there in case you have an idea as to what that means. But anyway, I'm gonna guess that it means there were things I started doing right, and I kept like tackling and piling on these things I was doing right, and every time I added a big new thing to the pile of things I do right, I went up in skill rating. And one thing I struggled with for a very long time was mid diamond, and this was like my plateau forever. Mid to high diamond sucked. I could not escape it. I'm not going to call it elo hell because I don't believe in elo hell. I believe I was playing at a mid to high diamond level, and I just needed to improve my game, not improve my skill rating. So what I did eventually was start trying to receive criticism from other people. A lot of other people, tons of other people. I would ask people to review my gameplay. I would talk to other people. And I am lucky enough to have access to a lot of people that know a lot of Overwatch. Not all of you do, but you can. You definitely can. And what I recommend, find people that can improve you, people that are willing to put time into you. And it's not that hard. What I did was I found a coach. Found a lot of coaches, actually. My main coach, kind of just recently met him, actually, got me from like 3350 to master because he is a top 500 player. He taught me what I know now that I didn't know a few weeks ago. And, I'll link him in the description. His name's Eon. If you're interested, I don't know if he just coaches everybody, but he's down there because he helped me out a lot. But what I'm telling you is find a coach, find a mentor. It helps you more than anything else maybe in the game. I've also already talked about having a network of people. This is included in that. Find some people better than you. And you can do this in a lot of places. Go to reddit.com/r/Overwatch University. Yes, Overwatch University is probably the best subreddit for this. There are people there that are willing to put time into you and willing to coach you. So just ask them and you'll probably find some. If you are dedicated enough, you will find someone out there that is better than you, that is willing to try to make you as good as they are. They're going to share the information they have with you, because I can't coach everybody in my coaching videos, and I can't see more than one game when you send me a coaching video. So there's a lot of the picture I'm missing. I only see what's on the surface. If you have a coach, you have someone that you're willing to work with and they're willing to put time into you, well, that's going to help you a lot more. They're going to go much deeper than the surface. They're going to make you a much better player than I can in one coaching video. And the goal of my coaching videos is that you guys see a lot of them and you kind of treat them all like your own gameplay, and you can learn a lot from them. But it's going to be better if you have a dedicated coach to you. So I recommend trying that. Find someone that can help you, because coaches can help you get over plateaus. Coaches can tell you what you're doing wrong, and coaches will oftentimes, better players will oftentimes say things that you already knew but you didn't want to accept. For example, the common excuse of, I get put on bad teams. Coaches will oftentimes say, no, your team wasn't doing bad. You missed this, and this, or this time your team was bad. An outside perspective can really help you a lot, and that's another thing I've learned. So when I got an outside perspective, the more of an outside of perspective I actually got, your guys' comments, coaches' comments, the better I became at Overwatch, and I eventually hit master. So let's try to sum up the whole video here, because it is getting long. I want to make sure we get all the key points here. So to get out of Platinum, what I did was I found a team, and I tried to find a team that didn't just have good players, but had players that had the same interests as me, that were cool guys, that were fun to hang out with. They weren't just good at Overwatch. People that are just good at Overwatch but aren't cool to hang out with or talk to, you're not going to get along with them in the long run, and it's not going to work. So focus on getting people that are cool before you get people that are just good at the game. That is my first tip. That's how I climbed to Diamond. Once I got to Diamond, I realized we aren't going to always have time to play together. We can't always play as a 6-man, so we just started talking more. And I had this network of people that I spoke to and communicated to about Overwatch, and that network eventually improved my game knowledge, just little tidbits of knowledge here and there every day, and it turned me into a much better player, which brought me from low diamond all the way up to higher diamond in like the 3250 to 3350 range. And that's how I got there. And then from 3350 to masters, I really needed some outside perspective, because sometimes I couldn't tell what I was doing wrong, and it's because I maybe just, when I'm watching my own gameplay, I'm biased, but I need an outside perspective. So I got more friends, I got a coach, and that is how I got to master. Hopefully this video was helpful to you all. If it was, be sure to leave a like down below. It was long, but that is my experience, how I got to master, and I am there now. And holy cow, it's been a fun journey, and I don't plan on stopping either. Hopefully over the summer I'll have more time to actually maybe hit Grandmaster, but I doubt I'll be able to do it before then, because time is important. Anyway, I'll see you guys all later. Lone Hawk out.